So before I jump into the numbers, I want to acknowledge something that I think is real for a lot of us. There's a lot of stigma around talking about money, especially in creative work. I know it can feel awkward, kind of uncomfortable, or kind of like you're either bragging or complaining. And because of that, a lot of creatives just don't talk about it or kind of treat it as this like highlight reel, super pump up prideful thing. This video isn't supposed to be either of those. I'm making this video because I wish I had seen more honest breakdowns like this when I was just getting started, and even now I really enjoy watching these kinds of videos. It's not to set expectations too high or low, but just to give a realistic picture of what this kind of career can actually look like, especially from a part-time position. So I want to be clear up front. I am a part-time videographer. This isn't 40 or 50 hours a week of client work for me. It's just something I'm building intentionally alongside other responsibilities in this season of my life. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through every project I worked on in the month of January, what I was paid, what I did for free, and what this season of work actually looked like. And hopefully that will help kind of normalize some of these conversations and give a clear picture of what progress can look like. Shout out to other channels like Lens and Jared that I've seen do this kind of video that I really enjoyed. It's part of the inspiration here for this one for me. So January is typically a slower month in the video world. There are fewer shoots, less urgency, kind of more behind the scenes type work and getting ready for the year. So when I look back at January, I'm not just looking at the income, I'm also looking at how I used the time that I had, what I said yes to, and what kind of momentum I was able to build. Because I think January for me was a big momentum month. So let's get into the actual projects. The first project I worked on in January was on January 13th, and it was actually an unpaid shoot. It was something I did for free. It was a creative shoot that I said yes to intentionally, and it gave me the opportunity to, one, just use my gear, get the creative juices flowing, stay active early in the year, and build some relationships during what for me was a slower season of work. So then on January 21st, I shot 2 free videos on that same day. Now, once again, this was a conscious decision to continue to build a relationship with a client. I wanted to stack some unpaid work into a single focused day so it didn't go too slowly, didn't get spread across the month or consume too much of my time, but so that I could get the reps in, continue to build the relationships, continue to get some practice in doing the kind of work that I'm building too. So that following day then on January 22nd, I had my one paid creative shoot. Now this wasn't a massive project, I just did a breakdown of that video, but it was paid, it was creative, it was a ton of fun, and it felt like meaningful momentum. That word is the theme for this month, coming right after some of that earlier work. So throughout the month of January, actually most of my income, most of my pay came not from shooting, but actually from editing. I edited 5 podcast episodes over the course of January that ended up being the majority of my income. It was consistent, it was reliable, and I'm really grateful for that editing work. And that to me has sort of been the bedrock of this month from a creative perspective. So let me quickly touch on why I took on free work, and then we'll get into some of the numbers, right? Not all free work is the same. I've talked about this in past video, but there are absolutely projects that to me are worth it, even if the money isn't there. Either as an opportunity to practice, try something new, use a new piece of kit, build relationships, that's big. And so for me, some of this free work was worth it. Now moving forward, I don't want to be doing as much free work as I'm currently doing, but I'm trying to just continue to build my portfolio, build relationships, and build momentum. So when it can be purposeful, it can absolutely be a meaningful investment into your career. So, all right, let's talk actual numbers. Let's talk about income. So in January, like I said, I edited 5 podcast episodes, which made up the majority of my income. I edited those at a rate of $200 per episode, so that made up $1,000 worth of editing work, and that was kind of all throughout the month of January. I also had the one paid shoot, and I charged $324. I gave an 80% discount on what I normally charge for that. So $324 for that. And then I do have some Amazon affiliate, which is great. Those links are down below. If you want to support, it doesn't cost you anything. And I made $20 and 88 cents from that. What a gift. Eventually, I would love to make a little bit off YouTube as well, but I'm currently not monetized on this channel. So nothing there. So all in, we made just over $1,300 this month. Not amazing, not horrible, but for the amount of time I was realistically able to give video work in January alongside my kids and my other job, it was an okay month. There's some momentum there. Like I said in some previous videos, I'm still trying to scale to the point where I love to be bringing in closer to $5,000 a month from video work, and hopefully we can get there. But really grateful for these editing projects, which got me almost all of that income. Grateful for some opportunities to pull out the cameras, to build relationships, do some spec work or from some free work, and then we'll continue building into February. So, hopefully getting to see a little behind the scenes there is helpful for you. I really appreciate other channels, other guys who've showed these kinds of numbers, who've been really transparent. It's helped me kind of have a foothold or an understanding of where I'm at in the industry, what I should be charging. So hopefully it does that for you as well. If you're also navigating video work part-time, I'd love to hear from you what this season looks like for you. Maybe what your monthly breakdown was. Let me know. I'm happy to keep sharing this as the months go on. If this is helpful to you, you can let me know that in the comments down below. And in the meantime, catch you in the next one. Peace.